Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with a peek into the dream match of the century that has everyone buzzing on the internet today. Basically, WWE wrote an article where they interviewed Shawn Michaels, and in this article, it basically talked about would Shawn ever come back to wrestling since Shawn Michaels retired at WrestleMania 26. It seems just about every year they dust him off and bring him in to do something for WrestleMania, and then sometime throughout the year they sort of bring Shawn Michaels back to do some sort of a big push on Monday Night Raw just to draw some ratings, bringing in Mr. Main Event, Mr. WrestleMania himself. Honestly, to me, that last appearance that Shawn did on Monday, I guess now it would have been the Monday before. My time has just been running all together with my dad being sick and everything like that. It's hard to remember dates and times and when things happen. But I believe the Shawn Michaels appearance on Monday Night Raw was 2 weeks ago, where he did some stuff to talk about his movie. He set up a match between Enzo and Kaz against Rusev and Jinder Mahal. He hit the Sweet Chin music. It is what it is. It wasn't what anyone thought it was going to be. There's a huge Seth Rollins versus Triple H match, which is going to be coming up at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins has been calling out just about anybody trying to get a peek into why Triple H won't answer him, to why Triple H turned on him back in the summer when he gave Kevin Owens the World Heavyweight Championship. Well, I guess it's the Universal Championship, I apologize, but it's been a long time, and it's almost like WWE didn't care for so long, and now all of a sudden, now that it's getting close to WrestleMania, now that football's ended, now this is the main thing going on. Why did Seth Rollins not approach the ring and try to get some answers from Shawn Michaels as to why Triple H won't come out and won't fight him? Is he scared of him? This, that, or the other, what it is, but it is what it is. But in this article, it is said that if Shawn could have one match against anyone, it would be Samoa Joe, who's at NXT, which to me really blows my mind, as is the point of that Shawn would even know who Samoa Joe is. I'm not trying to throw shade at Samoa Joe for the fact that he wrestled in TNA for all those years and he's only in NXT. I know that it's been said that Shawn is doing something at the Performance Center where people think that maybe he's doing something for WrestleMania, maybe he's doing something for the Royal Rumble, maybe he's getting ready for something. There were those rumors that Shawn was going to have a match against AJ Styles. There was rumors that Shawn was going to take over as the head trainer at the Performance Center. Just about everything that they've said is been debunked, but Shawn was there doing something, so obviously there's a good chance he does know Shawn Michaels. But just about everything has been thrown at Shawn Michaels, trying to get him to come back and do one more thing involved with wrestling. There was a rumored match against Shawn Michaels against Triple H to break up DX. There was a rumored match of Shawn Michaels versus Daniel Bryan, and all of these things were thrown out. I believe that Shawn said the match against Hunter was unbelievable because everybody knows how good of friends they are. But if you remember the build-up for the Triple H versus Undertaker matches at WrestleMania, with just Shawn Michaels basically telling him, "You can't do it because I couldn't do it," that's one hell of a way to start up a match, and that's why a lot of people believed that match might happen. And if anybody was going to be able to get Shawn to lace him up one more time, it would be Triple H, due to the matches that they had back in 2002 and early 2003. They had a few more before they hooked back up and brought DX back and brought that back and rode that out a couple of years. But every time those guys get in the ring, it's a fucking awesome match. What a rivalry those guys had. But the Daniel Bryan match, he just sort of thrown out because he said, "We've seen student versus teacher before. There's no way they're going to be able to top it. It is what it is." Some people have said that Shawn really didn't train Daniel Bryan all that much. He just was a teacher, or he just ran the school for a little bit, and it really wasn't a big impact on Daniel Bryan's life. But I think if WWE wanted to, they could have wrote some sort of a story to piece that together, but Shawn didn't want to do it. But for him to say that he wants to fight Samoa Joe, which would be a very physical style of match, you put Joe almost up there in a quality of matches that almost to the point of like Brock Lesnar, where this guy's gonna beat the piss out of you, he's gonna pick you up, he's gonna throw you around, and there's no real easy, safe way of doing a lot of things like that. So Shawn also said that he would never come back to wrestling unless he was broke, which makes you think about the JBL angle from years ago. That was bad. It was really bad. Bad. But, hey, it is what it is. If Shawn does come back, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I would love to see it. Some people even think that Shawn Michaels' second career was better than his first in WWF. But, he was smarter. He was nicer. And I'm sure he got a lot more out of people because he was able to give a lot more to people. Because at that point in his career, he didn't want to literally give anything to anybody, no matter who they were. But, it's a match that we're never going to see. I don't think Shawn's ever going to come back. But it's fun to think about. So it is what it is.